Hey everybody, welcome back. I was getting ready to change the blade on this, and I thought for the few people out there that, most people that have this saw are going to know how to change this blade anyways, but for the few people that have this saw that don't know, I was going to have to change the blade, and it's going to show you, because if you don't know how on this, it can be kind of a pain in the butt sometimes to try to get it. But and changing it wise, yes, I have Dewalt blades. Some people don't like them. They preferred the Diablo and all that. It wasn't because this blade was junk. It kind of aggravated me because this blade actually, it's a 100 tooth fine cut, and I stuck it on there because I was needing some good cuts and smooth cuts, and I ran it over some stuff that I shouldn't have. And this blade will go through nails and stuff, but I was a bunch of scrap wood that I was cutting up, and I wasn't paying attention, and I was cutting like 4 and 5 pieces at a time, just try to save time. Well, the saving time cost me money. If you can see, there's what, 4 teeth missing here, a tooth here, a tooth there. And if it just had 1 tooth missing, it wouldn't be that big a deal. But this section here that's got 4, it makes it vibrate quite a bit, and I didn't want to eat up the bearings in this thing. So went out and bought me a 2-pack. I caught on sale. This one's a 60 tooth, so it'll be fine for what I'm doing now, but I'll put a 24 tooth on it later. But this blade will go through nails and stuff, but what I didn't notice until sparks started throwing is this isn't the one. I've already thrown it away, but I cut through a hinge, and it doesn't play very well with those. So, but to get to the thing part, there's 2 screws. It's got a Torx or a straight head. So if this back one back here, if you loosen it up, and you just have to do a couple turns on it, you don't want to take it all the way out. And then if you roll your guard up, there's one right here that's slotted, and there's a little lip right here that's about I don't know, 1/4 inch. You screw this one out far enough to get past that little lip, okay? And then you can lift this whole thing up, and when you lift that off of there, it gives you access to that nut to change it. But there's also, when you lift it up like that, this guard, you can put it down and it won't drop all the way down. There's a little, it comes out far enough that this bolt actually holds that, because you can get it to slide past this without taking this bolt that far out, but you're supposed to take it out that far on purpose so that it'll hold that, and it keeps that out of your way. And then it's a 6, on this particular one, it's a 6mm Allen. And I always carry a pocket Allen with me, standard and metric. And something to me note, and it says on here, but I have done some of these before that didn't say, this is left-handed threads. So normal loosening is going to tighten this one. So you want to turn this one like you would normally to tighten one. And then if it's too tight, you can just stick a screwdriver in one of these grooves or even on one of the teeth, and it'll hold it well enough, for you to get it broke loose. But you turn this like you're going to tighten it, and then you can screw that out. But with this guard popped up enough, see, and it's weird because I'm turning it how you would tighten it, and then it's coming out. And then take that out. And this one can be a bit of a pain. It actually helps if you do take this whole guard off, but you can do it with that. You just gotta slide it past. And there's like a little spot that hits right up in here, and won't let this hardly come, but this has enough, they have enough flex in them that you can do it. Make sure to not lose that little spacer, because you're going to need that, because if you don't have that, you'll never get that to line up. But something you want to do is pay attention to your direction of your arrows and make sure that when you put the new one on, it's going the same direction. So just take note of that. And then slide her up in there. And this has slots in it, flats on it, so you can get it lined up right. And now the weird part again, you're actually turning it like you would to loosen a regular bolt. And then, oh, drop it. Then, like I said, this one says it on it, but it's left-handed threads, or like my old shop instructor used to say, backwards threads. And you don't have to kill this tight-wise, just get it pretty snug, because that's part of the deal why it's got the backwards threads, is so that as this spins, it automatically tries to tighten that so it won't come loose on you. And then lift that back up, just slide it back down into your slot. Drop your screwdriver, you gotta do that. And there you go. And then get that fairly snug. And then tighten your back one up. And that's it. So now I got a new blade on there. And I don't know. This is pretty much junk at this point. So let's give that a toss. But it sucks too, because this I'd only done like 4 cuts with this thing. And the 100 tooth ones are kind of expensive, but lesson learned. I guess I'm just lucky. A lot of times, you know, if you get in a hurry, sometimes you get hurt yourself. So I guess I got lucky. Instead of me getting hurt, it was this. So it was a lesson learned not to get in a hurry. So better this than me. So hopefully that helped you out if you've never done one of these. I'd say most, at least all the miter saws that I've changed blades on have had the left-handed threads on that, and some of them have a little bit different setup than this. I've had some where I had to take this whole arm assembly and everything off to get it, and this one's not bad. And also there's on some of these, there's actually, when you're spinning it, and the reason why I didn't show you this to start with is I've had saws before that did not have this, so I wanted to show you the screwdriver thing. But on this one anyways, let me take the other thing. On this one, there's a button right there that you can push in, and sometimes you got to turn the blade to get it to a point where you can push it in, but you can also hold that and it'll keep the blade from turning. But that's why I wanted to show you the screwdriver one first. You know what, there we go, that's better. That sometimes you gotta, you know, lift this up and turn your blade a little bit to get it to pop in. But I wanted to show you the screwdriver thing first, because some of them don't have, I've done some that didn't have that, usually the older ones. But alright, well, hey, my hand's in front of the camera. As usual, shop's a mess. But alright, well, I hope that helped somebody. So don't forget, like, subscribe, all that junk. So, thanks, bye.